What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for strategy with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So let's take a look at strategy. I didn't do a video yesterday because I was out of town, but I'll most likely give you guys updates throughout the week now. So it looks like it did sell off a little bit yesterday. Closed right around 369. Then we closed next day at 372. So actually a slight little gain from Friday's close because Monday was a holiday. Today we did see a drop down lower, just a small little one, 2.61%. Small, related to MicroStrategy's normal range of motion. So this is practically nothing. We have dropped. Let's take a look at from the high to the high of the impulse to currently about 15, 16% thus far. So where is this going? Well, it looks like it's trying to come back to potentially this breakout zone right about here, right about there, because this was prior strong support and it looks like a key level. It's been tested several times as support and resistance. So it looks like price may come back to like the 323 level before wanting to move up higher. There's this downward trend line in play as well. You have to keep an eye on. So this downward trend line in play looks like price is trying to move down lower in the short term and then potentially reverse from there. So even Bitcoin looks similar as well. Bitcoin is in a correction phase. MicroStrategy started correcting earlier, which is typical of a more volatile thing. So this is dropping down lower. Technically, it's looking still strong if we look on the macro, but short term it is weak. So expecting lower prices. Either we reverse right now, or if price does want to continue trending down lower, I'm expecting the 323, and then a potential move up from there. Looking at the Bitcoin treasuries list, MicroStrategy did acquire more Bitcoin. They got just a few days ago, they released 580,000, or they got 4,020 to get to 580,250. So let's just go back to where they were November. This was the peak November 21st of 2024. So November, let's just say 17th is when they released the last amount and it peaked. They were at 331,200. So that's 150,000 more Bitcoin they own now than they did before. So isn't that better for shareholders on a fundamental level? The most scarcest thing, most scarcest commodity, most valuable in the world, which will continue to reprice the entire financial system. So they're in a very good spot fundamentally. Own 150,000 more, you're getting it at a way cheaper price. Even though this probably wasn't fair value, you could say, or even balanced, you're getting at right on the same price than it was before. So fundamentally, that's a good sign. Looking at some other Bitcoin treasury companies, GameStop just said today they bought some Bitcoin. They said they were going to. It looks like they officially have 4,710, market price of $109,464. So they're getting back. They're getting into the game right now too. We have these companies adding more as well. So pretty good sign for Bitcoin treasury companies. Even Metaplan is going to continue to buy more. I remember just a few months ago, they were probably like 4,000 or 5,000. Now they're almost, double that amount, 7,800. So these companies continue to acquire more, and then that'll probably lead to the next Bitcoin cycle that everyone is expecting. So looking at the daily chart, like I said before, technicals look weak in the short term, but on the long term, which we care about the most, is looking still pretty good. Not the greatest, but it is looking bullish. Looks like we're just doing another consolidation as we did before. Let me measure this. This is from about this peak right here, this high, to when price took off was right about 23 bars or 162 days on the weekly. Let's move that over. And now technically we're actually exceeding where when we took off about the same pace. But let's say when it took out its prior all-time high. So this is high to about high. That was 196 days or 28 bars. So from this high to this high, or when price made a new high back here in 2024, 196 days. Let's measure this one from high. Let's go 196 days. That would technically be next week. So are we going to make a new all-time high next week? Probably not, but we're probably going to be close in terms of making a new all-time high and consolidating. So consolidating about the same speed as last consolidation. So it's like a repeat pattern. So we could be breaking out soon. Looks like we're just coming back to that EMA, which is currently right around, like I said before, 320s, 330s. So we could be seeing 335, 340 before moving up higher. This looks like the third red week in a row, still above the bullish trend lines on the weekly chart. So that bullish trend line is solid. This bullish trend line is solid. So we'll probably get a bounce off of the first one, the more aggressive one. So maybe set up a higher low, something like that for higher prices. So overall, it still looks good. It's just taking its time. It's a slower moving market. It might not get to, we might not see a new high for Bitcoin this year. It just doesn't seem like it. Unless it starts taking off immediately or as soon as possible. It might be later. It might be slightly shifted over into like Q1, Q2 of 2026. So I think MicroStrategy might follow that as well. So it's just a slower trend as of right now, which means it can last a lot longer. But overall, everything still remains the same and for the targets. I'm still expecting $4,000. Who knows when? It's hard to say a time-based situation. It could happen this cycle. The catalysts are there, especially with Bitcoin. So the catalysts are there for $4,000 this top for MicroStrategy. But if it doesn't get there, then again, nothing's guaranteed in the market. Invalidation is break of the trend lines. So if you start breaking the bullish trend lines, then you have your invalidation right there. So we shouldn't be breaking this more steeper one right here. I mean, at this point, it might be okay, but you typically don't want to see that. And we definitely don't want to be breaking the lowest one. So as long as we're still above it, the trend is still up long term. Short term, yes, it's been consolidating, chopping back and forth for a while. Very slow market as right now, but things are still looking very good for the long term. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy on the daily and weekly charts. I was supposed to do an interview with Jor last week, Friday, but we're going to postpone that probably into June, mid-June. So if you guys were wondering about that, I have a link in the video description below for an affiliate link to TradingView, where you can save some money if you guys want to become a member to their software program. I'm a member because it saves the data. There's no advertisements. It's very professional and reliable software. So if you own any stocks or any commodities, it's very important to know where price is relative to the history, making sure that it's not overextended, making sure that we're approaching support and you don't sell at the lows, when you do your analysis. So it's very important to do technical analysis, at least on the basics, just knowing where price is relative to prior history, or just in this case, history. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy and the weekly charts. It's a Vee Trades. Thank you for your time.